Firstly, your girl took her first international trip to Bali, and oh my god, I think that's the best decision I've ever made. Like, I had to run back home, address and that, this and all, but I got my passport. We went to the beach and oh my god, the beach was fabulous, you guys. It was beautiful, it was perfect. I think I wanted a day just to spend time in the resort. We did not have network at all, but you have Wi-Fi services everywhere at the airport, at any cafe that you enter, you definitely have Wi-Fi. And Elton kept saying, why is this not happening? Why is this not a happening place? Because Google did say that Seminyak is a happening place, but this is not a happening place. Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oh my god, here I am going to talk to you guys about the entire Bali trip, the itinerary, how much did I spend, the whole idea of money and a lot more. Firstly, your girl took her first international trip to Bali and oh my god, I think that's the best decision I've ever made. That was the birthday gift for myself. Now, I was talking to my team and I was very stubborn about the fact that I want to take an international trip no matter what before my birthday, and I was hell stuck with it, knowing the fact that I have a lot of work to do, but I will only do it once I take a trip. I got my passport last year in the month of September, so I was finally the girl with the passport with a lot of work to do. I had to run back home, address and that, this and all, but I got my passport. My first international trip, no matter what, I didn't want it to be Dubai, and I was very clear about that. So I told either it had to be Bali or it had to be Maldives or somewhere in Thailand. And finally we were like, okay, do you want to kind of collaborate with some resort or something and see of that sort? But I also knew that the resorts would not want you to stay for weeks and weeks together, and I wanted to stay for at least a week and above. I think it was the last week of August that we were having conversations about we need to figure this out, and my manager was like, why don't you drop in DMs? I'm gonna be very honest and real here, so you guys get to know as to how I got it done. I don't want to just say that I paid for the resort when I did not pay for it. So I started reaching out to a few of the resorts. So firstly, I kind of shortlisted a lot of resorts in Bali and I dropped them a text stating that, hey, I'm planning to come the first week or the last week of August and first week of September to travel, and I'm just looking forward to collaborate with you guys. If you want to, you can reply. So I did this with I think 20 resorts and I had around 10 to 15 of them getting back. But the problem here was the dates that I was looking for were already booked and a lot of them were not available, apart from this one resort which had 3 nights and 2 days as a stay date, but that was the deal. So my manager took the call later on. She had a conversation with them. We decided on certain deliverables, that this is what we're expecting from you, this is what we want from you, and this is what we'll provide. And I was good and cool with it. So this was the resort called the Udaya. It was in Ubud, which was the non-beach side. It was paddy fields and beautiful nature and forest and a lot of more things, but it's beautiful. But we got the stay for free for 3 nights and 2 days where breakfast was provided. However, the entire day we would go out, so it wasn't an issue. I asked my best friend if he wanted to join me because he also hadn't taken his international trip, because as much as I wanted to go solo, I still thought it would be a nice idea to have someone with me, and my best friend was all cool and okay with that. So I sat down to booking down the tickets. Now I'm booking tickets for the trip. Now the issue was, if you look at the tickets now for next year, let's consider Jan or April or March also, the flight tickets just one way is around 12 to 15. However, as I was booking the tickets at the end, for example, I was booking the tickets on 27th of August and we were leaving on 1st of September, which obviously costed us a lot. It was 63,000 each. So I would tell you guys, please plan on the months that you want to go. Pre-book your tickets months ahead so that you're getting it for cheaper, and do not be dumb like me who's booking like 5 days prior or 6 days prior, because your flight charges will increase no matter what. So I went through Skyscanner. I paid 63 and 63 from my side, 63 from Elton's side, my best friend, and we had the confirmation, which was Thai Airways, while we were going, but we hadn't gotten the confirmation of the return ticket. They did make a call and they did say that, hey, we have this for you. There's a slight delay that we are facing because of the confirmation email when you're returning back, so you need to figure something out here. And it was sad because tomorrow it was the flight. I tried reaching out this platform, it's called the Skyscanner, and I told them that, hey, I haven't gotten the return tickets yet, and they go on to say, we're so sorry, the price has been hiked to 32,000. And I'm shook because I have to now pay extra 32,000 for the flight ticket, which was crazy. As the whole idea of 63,000 each itself was quite a lot, and which is divided by two. Having that in was too much for us. But Elton had work on 6th and 7th, so I had to book tickets for Elton on the 7th, and I had to book tickets for myself on the 8th, and I also wanted to go solo, so it worked well. However, just please look into the sites that you're booking your flight tickets on, and this was a lesson learned. Here at a local money exchange here in Bangalore, I got some money exchange. I got around 20,000 exchange to rupiah, that is the Indonesian money. Ideally, we were supposed to come back on the 6th, but now the time was changed. He was leaving on the 4th and I was coming back on the 8th. We packed up. I got really excited. I packed everything that I could, carried 3 sneakers and chappal and everything, and then we left. We had a layover in Bangkok, and as I said, right, even though I went to Bali, I will make sure that I tell people that I went to Bangkok because we had a layover of 2.5 hours, I guess. We had a nice flight. The airline was immaculate. So Thai Airways, definitely a thumbs up. Food was amazing. They had a TV sort of a thing, so I finished a movie. We had all of that, and then finally when we reached Bangkok is when the crowd changed. We had all the Indian crowds, most of them who got down in Bangkok, and then rest of them were all people from different countries, and we just looking at them like, wow, how gorgeous are all of these people. Then we got down in Bali. We had a cab service that picked us up, which costed us 2,000 rupees, Indian rupees. We had to pay for that. Resort didn't take care of it, and we were cool with it. From the airport to Ubud, it took us around 3 hours of time. However, Elton had not exchanged his money, so we were also trying to find an ATM, which we got, and we got the currency. It did charge, I think, 150-ish or so, something of that of an exchange rate, but we did get some money. And later on we reached the resort. The resort was beautiful, you guys, like so beautiful. I will try adding some footages, but oh my god, the whole, I think I wanted a day just to spend time in the resort, just going around. It was beautiful, it was immaculate, and I couldn't believe I was there. The staff was extremely kind and very warm. They gave us a private room which had a pool, a beautiful bathtub. I'm obsessed with bathtub. I drew a really hot bath, followed by, we went out for dinner. There was this really small cute restaurant right next to the resort, so it was easy for us. It was amazing. The next day is when we had to go for a jungle safari. Well, they had already told us that we'll have a nature walk in the morning, so we couldn't miss that. We have to be at the reception by 7, and it's not India. There is no way that they'll wait for us even 5 minutes after, so we have to be there. We got dressed, but we were 5 minutes late, guys, exactly 5 minutes late, and we reached there at 7:05, and they had left us already, and I felt so bad. I went to the reception. I apologize, I'm very sorry, but could you please ask them to come pick us up? I do not want to miss this out. And they were very kind enough to actually have the guide come back and pick us up, and they did not go far away, so it was an advantage, so that was cool. We did not have network at all, but you have Wi-Fi services everywhere. At the airport, at any cafe that you enter, you definitely have Wi-Fi, and they give you a local SIM card so that you have the internet all the time. But I could not add the new SIM card to my phone because I was very, 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 very afraid and skeptical of losing the drafts that I had on Instagram, which was saved in the app, and I didn't want to go through the whole process of logging in and logging out just in case to be safe. So I did not use it though. But next time I'm going for a trip internationally, I will carry another spare phone which can be used just to use their local SIM cards and have internet on and have Google Maps handy. We also learned how to save Google Maps offline. That was a boon. But while we went to the nature walk, we met this beautiful, beautiful couple from Switzerland. The name was Brian and Lorena. They were so kind and so sweet. We had like a lot of conversation, spoke for a bit, and when we were headed back, which was around, we left at 7, we were around, yeah, it took us like 9:30 to come back. They told us that they were actually going out to visit few places here in Ubud, including Monkey Forest, a temple, a waterfall. So if you wanted to join us, we could. And they also told that they're hiring a scooty, so you can also take up a scooty and join us, which was very, very kind of them, because they didn't have to do that, but they still did. We hired a scooty. We were supposed to come and meet at the reception at around 11:30, and this time I was on time. We reached there at 11:30. We had exchanged WhatsApp numbers, so we were on track. And then finally, we went on the entire day of beautiful, beautiful streets in Bali. We were following them because they had the maps and the route. We went to the monkey forest first. After that, we went to the waterfall. We also had amazing sushi for lunch, and in the meantime, Elton took off to just go check out the marketplaces and buy a few things. Followed by, in the evening, we wanted to go to the temple, however it closed, so we went to the market. We just walked down the roads and it was beautiful, you guys. Oh my god, the lights, the streets and everything looked so perfect. As I said, I'm going to try inserting images at least, because I could not really record, and as we were all spending time together, I didn't feel it was right to do that. We came back, we freshed up, and we did go to the same place for dinner because I loved that place. So now we've had, the first is when we traveled. The first night we stayed at the resort. The second morning we went around. Second night is when we have 2 nights. So we've had 2 nights and 2 days, and we had to vacate on the 3rd. Elton wanted to go to Seminyak no matter what because he was leaving on the 4th. However, now this was the tricky part because we had not decided on a place to stay in Seminyak. We had not planned a hostel or anything of that sort, and I was asking him to like sit down and we'll find a place, but this guy was so excited for it. We did not have the time and we just left. We left to Seminyak in a car, which again cost us around 3,500 Indian rupees, and the driver actually was very kind enough to take us to multiple hotels and resorts to get us a place for the night. That's it, but it didn't happen, and we didn't have the internet. And finally, I think I asked Wi-Fi from one of them and sat down for one Airbnb, and I got one Airbnb for 650 rupees, Indian rupees, and we saved the location offline. We reached there. By the time it was 4 o'clock, and Elton was already very, very desperate and angry that, oh my god, my day is coming to an end. Tomorrow I have to leave, and I wanted to go to the beach and everything. I was like, okay, you know what, let's just put down the bags, pay the money, and we'll go to the beach. So we put down the bags, and trust me, I was not happy with the room at all, but we had to just stay for the night, and I was okay with it. I figured out that maybe tomorrow I'll find a better place, but as of now we need a place to stay. So we went to the beach, and oh my god, the beach was fabulous, you guys. It was beautiful, it was perfect. Spent some time there. We drank the young coconuts, which is the tender coconut, and trust me, the young coconuts are this big. 3 people can drink from it and still not finish it. We just walked down the beach. It was beautiful, nice cafes and everything set up out there. Followed by, we just walked down the street. It was not that happening, and Elton kept saying, why is this not happening? Why is this not a happening place? Because Google did say that Seminyak is a happening place, but this is not a happening place. And I was like, if you did sit down and did a proper research, maybe we could have gotten a better place. But yeah, it was cool and it was chill. We went back to the beach because it was evening by then. Then we just ate a fried rice again. He drank something for himself, and then we had a small party that was happening outside, and I was like, you know what, let's hit this. We spent some time there, and followed by, we went back to the room, started preparing for his travel the next day. I packed up some stuff that I wanted to send back because I didn't want to carry a lot of luggage when I was coming, and he was kind enough to do that. And Elton John left on the 4th, and Rida went solo, which will be discussed in the next episode. So stay tuned for a lot of more stories and a lot of more gossip and a lot of more information in the next one, because it's already 17 minutes and I do not want to drag this particular episode. So part 2 of Bali, of me going solo, will be out. I love you guys. Sayonara. This is Rida signing off.